Catwalk is brought to you by Odyssey Gaming at the Marketplace, Kingston. Come, play with us.
Digicel. Be extraordinary.
Good morning, designers. Good morning. So there are 6 of you remaining. For your next mission, it will be boys against girls.
I'm excited.
Boy against girl.
Last challenge.
So girls are stronger souls.
Of course, I'm hopeful for top 3.
There are no wow factors.
Most of our guys have really huge egos.
The guys are better designers.
Mission Catwalk Season 3. From runway to retail. 15 designers from across the Caribbean.
Let the competition begin.
Live, breathe, fashion.
Designer pour la vie.
But only one will make it to London Fashion Week.
I'll show you fashion.
Over $3 million in cash and prizes to be won. Who will complete this mission? Who will rule the catwalk?
Now this will not be a group challenge. It will be a face-off. So ladies, you will choose which of these gentlemen you'll be facing off against. Elizabeth, you will choose first.
Story of my life. Ronaldo.
Reynaldo, you're facing off against Elizabeth. Alexis, let's shuffle it around, shuffle it around.
I get David.
Oh, I knew it.
So it's Alexis versus David. And Shanicia, of course. It's Shanicia versus Theodore.
Theodore, darling. Why did you do this?
Now, fashion changes at a constant speed, but some clothes remain synonymous with the cultures that created them. Your mini collection will be inspired by 3 such cultures: Chinese, Indian, and African. Now the gentlemen will choose which culture you'll be representing for your face-off. Starting with you, Reynaldo, since you were the winner of the last challenge. What culture are you?
The motherland.
Africa.
China.
I guess I don't have a choice.
So Reynaldo, you'll be facing off against Elizabeth, and you'll be doing designs inspired by Africa. David, you will face off against Alexis, and you'll be designing inspired by China. And Theodore and Shanicia will have your face off with India. Good luck.
Only have one life. So me have to do me thing right. Live clean, take care of me youth. Put your first in what me I do.
Congratulations, Theodore. Congratulations.
Don't mind her. She only clowning.
So happy for you.
Shut you playing around.
Okay, you have to make a clothes for a specific place. Mine is India, and I'm facing off with Theodore. We've been friends for the whole season, and then now we have to work against each other. It's like the 2 of us cannot be in the final 3. It's either or.
You showcase, I showcase. Let the judge just decide on that foolishness.
I'm up against David. Being in the top almost every time, and I've been the bottom a lot of time. I'm not trying to be his best friend. He likes to push my buttons because he wants to see, like, I feel like he wants to see me explode. But I just say, like, you know what, I'm bigger than that and I didn't come here for that. So I'm not trying to get caught up in it, no.
Oh,
I never
for the pants.
for she before. I never made pants for her before.
I never make pants for she yet neither.
I think my edge is gonna be the fact that I'm more creative. I'm able to design better, and I've done the research. I know about the Chinese culture, I know about their way of life. I think I'll be able to better capture the feel of China, and that's what I think my edge on her is going to be.
It's competition at the end of the day. Friendships have been made, and real friendships last no matter what. So I think after tomorrow is done, we're still going to be friends no matter what happens. It's just competition, you know. I hope I beat her.
She's never been in the top. She has been in a group challenge or group 1, and the pants that she did was nice, but I mean, she's an okay kind of person. Not wow, just okay. I have never really looked at Africa as fashionable. Now that I've researched and I've seen, like, there's so much inspiration you could get as a designer.
African fashion is evolving rapidly. I don't want to take it back. I don't want to, yes, I'm going to use prints, but I'm not going to use it in a very cliche manner. I'm going to try my best not to.
Try my best to go all out with the design in this one here. I'm doing a cocktail dress, a gown, and a casual wear piece.
I wanted to use flowy fabrics in some of my pieces, as well as, I guess, stiffer fabrics to get an architectural feel because of the diverse culture, as well as because of the shapes associated with the not just Chinese but Asian culture.
I mean, aside from two Bahamians, which we can't help, I'm happy about the diversity, not only in terms of nationalities, but just different design styles and aesthetic appeals. I'm excited. I feel good to already be here. And of course, I'm hopeful for top 3. You know, that's the experience that we all came here for. Just working towards that. You have to create 3 pieces in 2 days. You have to kind of face off with somebody, and you have to make sure that your pieces are better than theirs, but also culturally influenced, you know?
Working against Theodore, his strengths are draping, while I'm more of a structured person. Indians like drapey stuff and flowy stuff, while not so much of structure. Have a brunch outfit, dinner, and then like evening wear.
It's no problem with the face-off. It's an interesting twist, it's good. I'm happy that we're not doing it like season 1 where the other person has to sew the garment for you, because I'm sure I would like to stuff up. Not intentionally, of course. I'm having a good time. The energy downstairs is good. We're listening to some Trini music. I wish they would find some Bahamian music to play.
In a Trinidad, a Jamaica, Las Vegas, or Ibiza, we just party hard, party hard, party hard, yeah!
Hello, designers. Boy, I love this challenge today. I really love this challenge. There's no excuse for sloppy work.
Okay, not today, you know.
Who will complete this mission? Who will rule the catwalk? The winner of Mission Catwalk will receive a fashion spread in 6 Carlos magazine, $500,000 to start their own clothing line, $200,000 worth of sewing equipment courtesy of Singer, a contract to sell their clothing line at Lee's 5th Avenue, a scholarship to study at the London College of Fashion, and a chance to show their collection at London Fashion Week.
An experience like no other is waiting for you inside Odyssey. Rethink gaming, rethink entertainment, rethink excitement inside our luxurious lounge at the marketplace. Win at blackjack, roulette, poker, and slots, while indulging in sumptuous hors d'oeuvres and your favorite drinks. It's all inside, so why wait? Come, play with us at the one, the only Odyssey Gaming.
Oh, you talk.
With the $2.99 plan, you can call anybody.
Hey babe, just calling to say hi, okay?
On any network for only $2.99. Plus you can call foreign anytime with free international. So talk all you want, because with Digicel, your credit really lasts longer.
Who will complete this mission? Who will rule the catwalk?
Protege, they're never gonna love you, J.A. like I love you, J.A.A.A. They're never gonna need you like I need you, that's why I be stay.
Wow, peau de soie, silk peau de soie. Ha, ha, ha. I'm expecting great things of everybody.
There is no tension between me and Kay, but I noticed that for the whole season, it feels like if that you haven't grown from one stage to the other, because every time she comes in, she would say how, oh, it's bad, it's not neat, it's unfinished, But it's just such a pity that I never did anything good. Every time, every week,
No, did I mention the word bad? Look at how this is flailing like that. You need this to stay firm in place. Look at the sleeve, how you set it in. You have these little things. These can't press out. And how come you did this? Pull the thread and an oil spot or something on here. You have to be careful when you sew precious stuff. And look at this pleat going on up here.
She was saying how it's silk and I don't respect silk, and you have to respect silk because it's such a beautiful fabric.
A beautiful peau de soie. Look at what you've done. You have a nice lot of work inside jacket, and then look at the outside. Zippers need support because it's a firm object. It can't stretch. So it is the king. It is the master.
It's always nerve-wracking when Kay enters the sewing room. I mean, I love Kay. Like, I love her personality. I love her wisdom, but it's just always a nervous breakdown.
And this is very sloppy.
I'm trying to finish the garments with French seams, and that's what's usually used on really fine produced garments. So not only do I want the outside to look really nice with embellishments and all that good stuff, but I want the insides to be done.
The idea of a French seam, that you do the first stitch and then you trim it off to a little amount, and then you sew right up to where you trimmed off. I just feel that you should have maybe pressed these hems together here and put a tiny edge stitch on it to outline it. It just looks funny, like a bit of rag without any structure, just falling away after all that work.
Right now I'm just working out, like basically trying to figure out the construction that's holding me back a little bit, but I feel once I have that, then it's full speed ahead.
To this dress, you're gonna marry this. Good luck. You're from Africa also. This is very sloppy, and this is not nice.
If you've realized, I've never worked with bright colors. Apart from that red dress, I've never worked with bright colors. Today, this challenge, I mean, I'm working with pink.
Where's this part? This part. This fits into here. Yes. Right here, where it is, you're gonna put a dot like that. And you're gonna put a dot like that, so that when you're sewing, you put these two dots together and you sew to it. Then when you catch the dot, you turn it.
When it comes to being in the same room and sewing under somebody who has served as quality control for garment companies, it's terrifying at times, but the knowledge that comes with being around Kay is something that none of us as contestants on Mission Catwalk could ever pay for.
So you're gonna have a cummerbund.
Yeah, yeah, somewhat. It's yeah, I guess it's gonna be my own one intake of a cummerbund.
Yeah, well, the cummerbund is it looks good on this.
Okay.
You make the shape starting wider and coming narrow, but in one piece, the whole belt. Yeah, on the bias.
She expressed a little bit of concern over one of the pieces that I designed for this challenge. I know that it's probably just because the design is a little outrageous, is a little out of the norm, but I'm confident within the design that once she sees it manifested, once she sees the design brought to life, she will like what I've created.
Yeah, because this looks awful. The best way for you to have done this properly is to put a seam across inside. So this way you can finish here, and then sew up the seam in here. No, by machine. You turn it in. If you have an opening here, you can still get into it. But if you had drapes on it now on the cummerbund, then you get away with a lot of things. But you want it clean, so it has to be smack, crisp, clean line. You know, I lived in China for 5 years, and I work in China after living for 5 years for another 5 or 6 years going back and forth. This to me has a stiff Western look. Where's China here? I've never seen Chinese people use a fabric like this. When you think of China, I think of the chignon. I think of the high collar, a simple body, and a spack. Your inspiration is coming from China. And I think that you should be inspired by something coming from China. I'm not inspired Chinese at all.
Kid didn't even like allow me to say anything. She was like, mom, there's no Chinese in this. But I tried to do a modern China. They don't want me to imitate a Chinese costume and put it back there on the runway. Who would wear it?
It's lovely, it's a great look, lot of nice details here, but it doesn't say China to me. Sweetheart, you know, you are so tight on your thinking. A designer has to work with people. It's not necessarily going to be your shop where you put your thing. You have to give things that for other people too. But you tend to be stuck, a cement block on your ideas. A designer can't be a cement block.
Alexis is a phenomenal sewer. She has tons of techniques, but she, in my opinion, her weakness is design and creativity.
You know, you're very, very strong on your ideas, but this challenge is about getting inspiration from China.
Trying honestly to just have fun with this challenge is the last challenge. I don't know what can happen, but I don't want to go home feeling miserable saying should I do this, should I do that. I want to make sure I get everything done to my liking, and however the judges feel, so be it.
You're making your look and saying it is from China. I don't see China here. Their stuff is like very architectural, and I don't see you have any architectural look here. You have to get it looking architectural. The minute that the garments come out, you say, wow, China. Please do me a favor, hurry up and fix a good belt.
Oh, so you can see it.
Yes, that is an abomination.
Okay.